If vision boards actually worked, every type A woman would already be living her dream life.
And you know ours would be laminated, color-coded, and filed by quarter.
But let's be honest, most vision boards look amazing and achieve nothing.
Because they're built on hope, not habit.
You don't need more pictures of what you want. You need a process for getting there.
So today, we're going beyond the glitter, glue, and manifestation quotes to show what actually works for high-achieving women. A blend of science, structure, and just the right amount of woo-woo. Here's the problem. Type A women love goals, but we often turn them into pressure cookers.
Vision boards feel safe because they look like progress. We're planning, visualizing, aligning.
But unless that vision connects to a measurable system, your brain sees it as fantasy, not priority.
According to a study at NYU, people who only visualize success actually achieve less because their brains relax after imagining the win.
That's why the Type A 90-day planner works so well. It turns vision into your daily direction.
It's manifestation with metrics.
Now let's talk about what happens in your brain when you set a goal.
Here comes the logic.
When you write down a clear goal, your reticular activating system, or RAS, the filter between your subconscious and conscious brain, starts scanning for anything related to that goal. Think of it like a search engine for your focus.
That's why after you decide to buy a certain car, you suddenly see it everywhere.
Exactly. The RAS prioritizes what aligns with your attentions. Writing your goals trains it where to look.
And when you take small, consistent steps, your brain releases dopamine, the motivation chemical. Studies from Harvard Business School and the University of Chicago show that incremental progress triggers dopamine spikes that keep you engaged.
And this is exactly why we use 90-day goals instead of yearly resolutions. Your brain needs feedback loops faster than once a year.
Let's be honest. Type A women roll their eyes at manifestation talk until something stressful happens.
Right. Suddenly, we're burning sage and downloading meditation apps.
But here's the thing, woo-woo isn't useless. It's just been branded badly.
There's a science behind mindfulness and visualization. MRI studies from Harvard and Stanford show that visualizing an action activates the same neural pathways as actually performing it.
So when you combine breath work, gratitude, and visualization with data-driven planning, you're using both hemispheres of your brain, logic and emotion.
We like to call it something like structured spirituality.
Or woo-woo with a spreadsheet.
So let's talk about something that no planner can fix if you don't face it. Shrinking your goals to stay likable.
Yes, Type A women are driven, but we downplay our ambitions so we don't intimidate anyone.
We call it being realistic, but really it's self-protection.
And it kills momentum. Because if you're constantly calibrating to keep the peace, you'll never feel proud of your progress.
The planner cannot plan your courage. You have to choose it.
Write goals that feel a little audacious. If they don't make you nervous, they're too small.
Here's how to use the 90-day planner scientifically.
Finally, the practical part.
Step 1, set 3 quarterly goals. Research has found that people who write down specific goals are 42% more likely to achieve them.
Step 2, break them down weekly. Every week, pick 3 key actions. Your brain handles smaller chunks better. Cognitive load theory 101.
Step 3, track daily wins. Use the daily spread for your top 3 priorities. This trains your RAS to notice progress and rewire your dopamine cycles.
Step 4, pause for perspective. End each week with the reflect and refocus section where logic meets mindfulness. Take 2 deep breaths, review what worked, and adjust.
And listen, the breathing part isn't fluff. Controlled breathing lowers cortisol and improves executive function.
So yes, your planner is part productivity tool, part portable therapy.
High achievers love numbers, but metrics alone don't sustain your motivation.
You need both data and depth.
That's why each 90-day cycle should include mindset rituals along with measurable KPIs. For example, morning focus breath, which should be about 2 minutes. Weekly visualization, around 5 minutes. Monthly reflection, That could be journaling or even a walk.
And pair those with logical metrics, sales, email growth, workouts completed, whatever matches your season.
Because fulfillment isn't a mood, it's the outcome of alignment between your brain chemistry and your business strategy.
Type A women pride themselves on logic until overwhelm hits.
Then we go from crystal clear plan to crying on the kitchen floor.
And it happens so fast. But that's normal. You're not broken, you're overstimulated.
When that happens, pause the metrics. Go back to those micro rituals, breath work, short walks, visualization. You're resetting your nervous system, not abandoning your plan.
Because emotional regulation is a productivity skill.
Yes, self-leadership first, business leadership second.
Let's talk about what happens after the 90 days.
The review is the magic. Here's what we'd like you to do. 1. Celebrate. Write down 3 concrete wins. 2. Evaluate. What metrics actually mattered? And 3. Adjust. Which systems needed refinement?
It's the opposite of New Year's resolutions. You don't restart once a year, you recalibrate every quarter.
That cadence mirrors the brain's motivation cycle. Short enough to maintain momentum, long enough to see the results.
Here's the truth. You don't need another vision board to believe in yourself.
You need proof, created by consistent, measurable action.
And your dreams deserve more than Pinterest quotes.
They deserve a process.
And that process lives inside the Type A 90-day planner, where intention meets execution.
So if you're tired of manifesting without moving, it's probably time to plan differently.
Because the future doesn't show up when you visualize it.
It shows up when you schedule it.
Remember, consistency beats inspiration every time.